Lone Schmidl was the next body to be found, followed by the German backpacker.
The 50-year-old has not been charged over the 7 backpacking murders.
The bodies of 7 young backpackers, some buried, some hidden under leaves and branches, all brutally murdered.
The day I met Ivan Milat, I was visiting the Supermax jail. Ivan was living there not for what he'd done, not for his crimes, but because he was a highly manipulative inmate who was prone to escape attempts. I was visiting because I was working for the Prisons Commissioner, Ron Wooden. He had a guest who was the ICAC Commissioner, Harold Cripps, and Harold Cripps, as security advisor, was Clive Small. And Clive Small was the senior police officer who'd led the investigation into Milat and eventually nailed him.
One man has been arrested and charged with armed hold-up and discharging a firearm in connection with that offence.
As Ron approached him with Harold Cripps and with Clive Small, and I was just lurking in the background, he started talking animatedly and kind of punching the air with his hand, and started talking about some of the evidence from the case and saying that Joanne Walters, the Welsh girl, had hair in her hand. Back in '96 when he was being tried in the Supreme Court, DNA wasn't great here, so they had to send it overseas and it was inconclusive, but it wasn't his. So he was saying that this was proof that somebody else did the murders. Ivan had obviously seen Clive on TV and suddenly realised who he was and said, you know, you accused my sister Shirley of being involved in the murders. And Clive said, no, Ivan, I've always said you acted alone in those murders. Ivan started to come back saying, no, and then he realised what he was saying was almost like admitting that he did do the murders, even though he's saying, you know, his sister wasn't guilty of any of them. And so he then shut up and backed off and retreated into his day room. And, you know, as Clive said, that was about as close to a gotcha moment as for an admission that Ivan's ever, you know, done. Of course, he's never admitted the murders, but I don't think it's in Ivan Milat's DNA to admit to anything. I think he'll go to his grave